Oven Podcast. Your table is ready. You can follow me.
All right. Welcome to another episode of The Oven, where I get to sit down with my great friends, Franco, and we have some THC-infused food. We like to do 3 courses. We like to check out new restaurants. Sometimes we're funny. Sometimes we're deep. Sometimes we're just silly. Or we think we're funny.
Just made me smart.
And tonight, we're sitting down with one of the great talents from Long Island, Via Lena. She's a music artist with a tremendous voice, and she's an even better person, and we're very excited for this episode.
Thanks, man.
Welcome. Thank you for coming back on.
Oh my goodness, I'm so excited.
So today, we are actually at a new spot, a new place in town. A new place in Bayshore. It's called Sweet Jane. It's on Main Street, and it's the newest venture from the Costa Verde Hospitality Group. They also own Coastal, Verde, Brightwater's Inn, and also coming soon to Bayshore American Standard. Sweet Jane. So this is actually the first time that anyone's eating here. Actually, the first time anyone's drinking here too.
This rum punch gonna get me smacked up. I can tell already.
No, the rum punch looks amazing. Let's talk about these drinks a little bit. First round, we got the espresso martini that I'm taking after. They got a little bit of a dusting on top. They call it the danger dust. James wouldn't even tell me what's in it. It's a secret ingredient, house made. So I'm excited to try that. Let's see, Mario, what do you got over there?
I got the rum punch. I taste some pineapple in here.
Okay,
Got
going.
some,
Let's see what else you got in there.
Some mint leaves. It looks like, could there be some sort of tea on top? What's the menu say?
We got some tropical juices, some velvet falumum, some fascinosa. Oh, man, that's a bad one. What is that? Fascinola. Some fascinola. I can't see it. Some fascinola and some dark rum floater.
Yeah, that's what you got with that.
Yep, some dark rum floater. And
I have
Via,
the painkiller.
painkiller for short, the Soggy Dollar painkiller. Yep, Soggy Dollar rum. I like that. Soggy Dollar dark rum. That's a little tough to say too.
I took a sip, I'm sorry. It's really good
Yeah,
though.
you didn't even cheers.
I know, I'm
Oh, I
sorry.
sipped already too.
Did you?
Go for it.
Pineapple, coconut, orange, and freshly grated nutmeg.
All right, I guess we'll get the,
Ready to get
we'll get
into
the
this?
cheers
Okay,
out of the
cheers
way.
to that.
Cheers.
Don't spill it.
I always do.
Cheers.
Tell us about the guacamole.
So the guacamole, we actually have, the appetizers already, ready for us. Homemade guacamole, chopped mango, cilantro, lime, and some serrano on top. So, homemade chips. This is how they do it over here. And all the food, by the way, is made over at Coastal for us tonight. Coastal Kitchen has some of the best food in Bayshore, best food in Suffolk County. Honestly, best food in Long Island. Every time I go there, I was telling you, every time I go there, they just blow my doors off with the new food that they keep putting out. So,
I love his hyperboles. I love them.
my hyperboles. What was my hyperbole then?
Don't ever blow my doors off, ever.
I feel like that's a metaphor.
I don't know.
Hyperbole is when you go like
Okay.
I can eat a cow.
Okay, a metaphor.
See?
You're right. I believe
You're
it.
thinking about it.
Wow, that's really good. The sweetness of the mango, and then the spice of the pepper.
Get you going?
Oh yeah.
Blows his doors off, maybe. What do we even say?
Before we start, for any of you who don't know, this is Via who helps us with our camera, our videography, our social media. So not only is she a wonderful music artist, but she has some skills in the production side too.
Oh yeah. All right, so now that we've dug into this guac a little bit, let's get down to it a little bit. I hate starting with this question, but I kind of want the viewers to understand who you are kind of as a person. Like what exactly was it that got you into not just making music but writing your own music?
I started writing poetry before I really knew I liked to sing. So I was a writer before I was a singer.
Okay.
And then when I started realizing that I enjoyed singing a lot, I don't know, I mean, it was like probably 13 or 14 when I really started like experimenting with it. And then I forgot for a while, and then my junior year of high school, part of the school that I went to is you get a year-long project from junior to senior year, and you get to choose whatever you want. You have to spend a year on one project, and
A whole year on one project.
yeah, I mean, you still have normal classes too, but that's like the majority of what you're doing, and you have to actually set up how they're going to grade you by yourself. They have to obviously you accept it. It can't be a bunch of BS, but
What school did you go to that does this?
Hogwarts.
Hogwarts.
And no, I went to Roth School in East Hampton. It's like a private school.
Sounds a lot like if you had fun, you won kind of school.
What?
It sounds like a very much if you had fun, you won kind of school. You're over there grading yourself.
Oh, yeah.
You used to grade yourself. I don't mean to cut you off, but we used to sit in this class called web design, and Miss B, God bless this lady, she was one of a kind. Me, him, Connor was in the class, and who, Breck? And Mario, we would be making music videos. Mario wouldn't even make the video, or the website rather. He wouldn't even make the website.
You make music videos?
Yeah, we made music videos in one of the classes.
Are you making my next one?
No.
Oh.
I did not make music. He's talking about web design.
Yeah, I'm talking about web design.
We made websites.
I made websites. Mario would sit there and play the games on the computer, and Miss B would be like, "Oh, what we would have to show it in the front, and Miss B would ask him, what grade do you want?" He'd be like, 92. Casual 92.
Yeah.
That's called charm. And I'm sorry, did you say a single that you're coming out with? What single is that?
It's called Hold On, in parentheses, Come Back Home.
Can we get a little snippet in here?
Yeah, we can play a snippet.
Yeah.
Tell us about it.
This song is about, what it's about?
You held on to song there for a little bit, and I thought you were gonna start singing it for a second, just so you know. So the song is, I'm like, oh wait, where are we going?
Gotta give you a preview.
Yes. Well, what's it about? How'd you get there? What made you do it? Tell us about it.
So that one was kind of I was kind of just messing around a little bit, but I found these, I use an application called Splice, a lot of musicians use it just for ideas, because it's people that record samples. So you get hundreds of thousands of samples that you can go through and listen to. And I just took a few of them and put them together, and I was going through kind of an emotional time at that point, and I just that song happened so fast. I think that I wrote that entire song in an hour. It was about somebody that I know and care about, and it's not what you would think it's about. It's not. It sounds like it could be a romantic song or about somebody passing away, but it's really kind of about mental health, without getting too specific.
Okay.
But it also I don't want it to be limited to that. I want people to be able to relate to it however they do, because it's still the same kind of thing. It's when you miss somebody, and you kind of wish that things were you didn't realize that you were in the good times when you were in them. So it's missing that.
And that's actually one of the great parts about music is, it's not a full-length movie, right? It's usually around 3 minutes, and there's only a certain amount of lyrics you can put in there. So because of that, someone can take away almost however it applies to them, they can take something away from that song. You're shooting for mental health awareness. Someone else just got over a breakup, and yet your lyrics can help them get through that time. That's what's amazing about music.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because when you're creating a song, it takes a long time of listening to it until it's done. So I listened to it when the production that I did and recorded in my house versus when I brought it to the studio, and then I'm listening to the updates on the vocals or the production but there's steps. It's not one thing at a time. It's multiple sessions and making sure it's exactly how we want it to be. And by the time different parts of that process, I'm even relating to it in a different way. So I'll be thinking of something else when I'm listening to it. And that's cool because I can pretend, I like to pretend that I'm listening to it for the first time and it's not me that's listening to it. How would I interpret this if I was somebody else?
So it depends on what side of the bed you wake up on, and that song can hit you different that day.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was pretty cool though.
Yeah.
I mean, so take us through that creative process. making a song? You said this one took you 12 minutes or an hour. 12 minutes. I'm just thinking about this. The one song that I say like 12 minutes, but yeah, it might have been an hour. But there's your hyperbole.
Yeah.
So what goes into making a song? I feel like so many people just think, oh, like they're going through something, they could put that into words. What's your creative process?
Yeah, so I feel like the last time I was asked this, it was different because I've written a lot of music since then. I've probably written like 20 songs since then. But the process can be different. What I used to do was just use the instruments that I had on the software that I was using, and I would like basically use a MIDI keyboard, which is basically like a normal keyboard, but it only works going through your computer. So I'm writing all of the notes, I'm composing it with a little piano in front of me. But I'm just learning guitar now. I don't know any other instruments really, so like I'm really limited as to what I would think about in music theory. Sometimes I start out completely like blank canvas and I just make each element on my own. And sometimes I use Splice, like I was talking about before, to find a sound that I wouldn't make on my own, and I use that and then build melodies over it and just kind of, and sometimes I'll make an entire song out of loops, or sometimes people give me a track of like
to write over.
Like a fully done instrumental, and I'll write over that. And sometimes I'm writing about my life, and sometimes I'm just thinking about what I think goes well with the instrumental and like what the mood of the song is and trying to match that. It really depends. Like sometimes I write for other people.
Ghostwriter.
I have a song called Ghostwriter, unrelated, but kind of related.
It also really interests me, and I've said this to you before, how, here I am, I'm not a musician, and I always picture someone with a notepad writing the lyrics down, and then they go to the studio and they throw a beat on it. But you were like, okay, I have these beats, and then I put the words to it. Like, that fascinates me.
Yeah. There's only been a few times where I've thought of words before the music. But sometimes I'll like straight up wake up in the middle of the night and be like, I have to write this down. And I have voice recordings that are probably horrendous of me waking up at 3 o'clock in the morning and like I have a song in my head that I don't know, but I don't know.
Well, you're like dreaming a song?
I'll dream like a melody.
I've done that so many times, and I wake up and I'm like, that was such a sick song,
and
I can't remember any words to it.
All right, we got the entrees out, a little family style. Again, if you enjoy what we do, subscribe, like, comment, share. If you know any restaurants, any chefs that want to showcase their food, showcase their restaurant, hook them up with us. We'll get them on the show. And Ma, listen, you just told me your favorite flower was a hibiscus. I'm drinking a drink that's got a hibiscus in it now. I love you, Ma.
And, so Mara's talking about the hibiscus. He's got the beach glass, chamomile and butterfly pea flower, infused vodka, lemon, guava, simple syrup, and pineapple. That sounds really freaking good, man. I'm rocking, so round 2, I'm doing the Living Dangerously. We got some pineapple chard, infused mezcal, some coconut water, lime, pineapple juice, and some Oaxacan agave. Let's go.
You said it.
And then Via in the middle.
Spell Oaxacan.
Oh my God, I haven't spelled that. Oaxacan.
Wow.
Thanks, kid. And in the middle, we got the Lawyers, Guns, and Money, mezcal, hibiscus, coconut cream, and some lime. Matt, let's talk about the food a little bit, because I mean, these actually, let's cheers again.
Cheers.
I'll cheers
I waited
you.
that
I'll
time.
cheers
I
you.
waited. Thank you.
Better know that I'm trying both of them.
That is good.
I feel like I just took out.
Money?
This tastes like I feel like this took me back to my childhood. Like I just got something off like the ice cream truck.
All right, that one's being saved.
You used to drink mezcal in your childhood? Take me through this food before I take a bite out of Via's arm. What do we got going on?
So closest to me, we got the lobster mac and cheese. So everything, before we go through it, everything was infused with New York pot butters, olive oil. Closest to me, we got the lobster mac and cheese loaded with chipotle queso and Monterey Jack cheese, horchata and breadcrumbs on top. Closest to Mario, we got the jerk chicken and pineapple quesadilla. Smoked jerk chicken, pineapple, scallions, and Monterey Jack cheese. On the side, we have an infused chipotle aioli and some sour cream. And closest to Via, we cut up a nice coastal burger, Happy Valley 6-ounce beef burger, some thick cut bacon, homemade infused chipotle queso actually, grilled pineapple, and pickled jalapeno, all on a toasted brioche bun.
Oof.
Garlic parm fries on the side. Pickle on the side that I shotty, by the way.
Oh, really?
And,
I knew he was gonna.
and I feel like I'm ready to get in on this.
And guys, New York Pop Butter does it right, man. I know exactly what I'm eating. I'm a lightweight. I can dose it. I can make every meal perfect for what I'm looking for. If I'm looking to knock out after a long day, or if I'm looking to just get a little high, Pop Butter does it right. And I'm a big fan of their products. The oil's easy. You use it just like you would any other oil. And you kind of just dose it how you like it.
Thank you, man. And like Mario said, dose how you like it. Dose responsibly. Everything. Some people have some really bad experiences with edibles and infused desserts and stuff like that. So
Shout out to Jenna.
yeah, she's never getting another rainbow cookie ever again. I swear to God.
Via, what do you want to bring to the industry as an artist?
Well, it's a big assumption that I would, be able to have that kind of impact. But if I could, it would be actual, self and integrity, and not this whole charade and, I don't know. I think people try way too hard to be something other just to make it or whatever. Or
You're looking to be authentic.
yeah. I think so many people would, I think that's important always.
And don't downplay yourself. There's people out there who listen to your music, who, you're already bringing something to the industry. So don't be like, oh, I would love to have that impact. You never know whose life you could be impacting with, your song. So don't downplay yourself.
I mean, think about it. You had a couple dance to it was their wedding song.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, I didn't know that.
1+1.
Mm-hmm.
The song 1+1 was
the guy who mastered it. Okay, so when you have a song, when you're done with it, basically it has to go through mixing and mastering. Mixing is making sure everything sounds the way that it should in the volumes and everything. And mastering is basically when you make sure you adjust frequencies that, I don't even understand how it works fully, but it's very tedious, and you're listening to really small things. You have to have a really good ear for it, but so that it sounds good, whether it's on your AirPods or in a car or on big speakers. Mm-hmm. All sounds pretty much, as close to the same as it can.
Interesting.
But the guy who mastered that my song 1+1, he was like, "Do you mind if I dance to this at my wedding?" And I was like, "Are you kidding me?"
Wow.
Absolutely.
yeah, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Think about that. That's a song that these people are going to go back and look at the video and hear that song for the rest of their lives.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it was really cool. Well, it was the two of them. It was the couple and then their baby that they were holding while they were dancing to the song. It's 1+1 is 3.
Well, that's the song, right? 1+1 is 3?
Yeah.
So, I mean, we haven't touched on Nick's the album yet, but let's hear about this 1+1 is 3 theory.
Okay. Well, the idea behind the song when I was writing it was kind of when you start, I was kind of young, but I still had, some cool ideas, I guess. But when you're with somebody, you're not supposed to become one. You're kind of supposed to become 3, because you have your life and the other person's life, and then you have your life together. And you shouldn't be taking away your life. You should still have your own separate identities and things that you do on your own, and then you should have this thing that you have together. But so I think that in nature, 1+1 is 3 all the time. 1+1, you literally have a kid, that happens. But there's always, and the same thing with I mentioned in there a melody and a harmony. When you sing one note and you sing the harmony note, you don't have one sound or 2 sounds, you have 3, because you have each note and then you have the sound that it creates vibrationally together. So it was just kind of that.
Again, there's so many different ways to take one lyric,
Yeah.
So I gotta ask, while we're having this infused meal, what's your relationship with pot? Is it before you sing? Is it after you sing? When is it?
It's never before I sing. I don't think I would make it on stage very long if I smoked first.
And just so you guys know, sorry to interrupt you.
You're good.
This is the second attempt at Via's episode. We tried this once before, and I got way too fucking high. So thank you for Via. Thank you to Via for trying this all over again, because I fucked up last time.
It was great. I had it.
You were bad on that side of the table.
I was drooling at the table.
I literally had to reel you back in a couple times.
Yeah.
And I was feeling it, so I can only imagine what was going through your head.
There was a little miscommunication between Franco and the chef on that one.
That's good.
Don't put me on that. I didn't cook the food.
But yeah, so never before. Usually, if I'm gonna, it's either gotta be like a really nice sunny day where I am chilling,
Got nothing to do.
or like before bed I want to watch something funny. You're like hanging out with a group of friends that I'm really close with. Although I had a show in Huntington at the Spotlight, I think 2 weekends ago, and we had some NYPB cookies before we went to the next spot. And the group of us, where it's like 6 of us, and we walk in after eating a cookie and like smoking a blunt on the side of the road. And we walk in, everyone else is like ready to go, like hyped, and we're just like,
Walking and smell like a plant.
yeah. We're all chilled out. But then they called me on stage. The guy, one of my friends called me up while he was playing, and he was like, "Come sing a song with me." And I am at this point a little bit stoned and a little bit tipsy, and I was like, "Oh me!" He's saying Via. Like, he said Via on the microphone 4 times, and I look over. I was like, "This." But
Am I Via?
It went well. It was a great time. I had fun up there. It was fun.
I'm never mixing smoking and edibles, so you're crazy for that. Like, I would never be able to do that. So, I'm gonna put a twist on like a little generic question here.
Okay.
You can't
A music artist that you're dying to meet, but not just meet. Pick a music artist that you're dying to smoke with.
Ooh. That I'm dying to smoke with? Wow. Well, I'm trying to think of like the artists that definitely smoke. Because not everybody smokes, but also not everybody advertises that they smoke.
Mm-hmm.
This is behind closed doors.
Yeah. So I have 2 weird answers for that, I think. I mean, I really want to meet the Glass Animals. I like that. I've liked them for a long time, and before like Heat Waves blew up and became a big song, because we used to play them in a surf shop and like when I worked there, and it was really cool. I like to smoke and listen to their music, so I kind of want to answer with them, but also I just really want to fuck around with Post Malone.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
All right. I mean, I feel like everybody wants to just.
I know.
just hang around
But
chill
he's
with
like,
Post
I feel
Malone.
like he's always good vibes. Like whenever.
Always.
He's just like a happy dude. I just want to be around happy people.
Yeah. I mean, life's about who you surround yourself with. I agree with that.
So cheers to that, because I know you guys.
Cheers.
Cheers. They're cheers.
And aside from the music, you're very much into the environment. You're into animals. You're into, preserving humanity. So I kind of want to ask you a question. I saw this video.
Okay.
These dolphins playing with the pufferfish to get high. Did you see that?
Yes, I know that they do that.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Like, that tells me right here that if Franco was an animal, he'd be a dolphin.
Fins up,
He
baby.
is a dolphin,
Fins up.
dude.
Young flipper.
I think that the more that we study animals, it's easy to realize that we're really they have so many similar behaviors, and they're super complex, and they have it's not surprising.
Dolphins rape, too.
I know.
Did you know that?
I did know that.
Have you seen a video? You ever see a video of
You've
that?
watched a video? I haven't
Yeah.
gone out of my way to see dolphin race.
It was on Nat Geo, not on Pornhub. It was fucking the male dolphins just all swim.
Here he comes.
They just
Mirror's coming out.
no, they just fly by the girl and penetrate her and swim away. And then one after the other. It's like a gang rape.
I really don't like when you use that word penetrate. I feel like you use it quite often.
Anyway.
The heavy sigh. The heavy
guys
sigh.
know?
I got it today.
So I use shampoo and conditioner that doesn't have any plastic.
Congrats.
I know, you don't want to hear about it. It's
Is
fine.
that going with the environment
Yes.
theory?
Yep.
Wait, so what holds the shampoo and
It's
conditioner?
a bar. They're a bar of shampoo and conditioner. And at first, I didn't think it would be great, and I was like, I'm just gonna try it. It is amazing.
But
And
you said a
cannot
bar?
get
It's a
moldy.
bar
They're
of shampoo?
bars
You use a
shampoo.
bar of soap on your hair?
No, it's not a bar of soap. It's a bar of shampoo and a bar of conditioner, and then a bar of body soap.
But you gotta do this and then put it in your hair?
No, you just go like this. You just kind of like rub it in, and then it's straight up like suds. It's not like crappy. It
trust it.
suds up your. You don't trust it?
I don't trust it.
Okay. Well,
And you guys already know.
I know what I'm
Ju-
buying you guys.
Just like those little things that you throw in your mouth and then you brush your teeth with. I'm like,
Oh, I also use toothpaste that comes in a glass little bottle, and it's called Bite toothpaste. And yeah, it doesn't use any plastic either.
So we just got word that our straws today are actually made from agave fibers. So
we planned that.
coastal.
So after you make tequila, instead of throwing the rest of the plants away, they use the fibers to create a straw to drink tequila with.
Does anyone want this other quarter?
Eat it.
No, it's all you. I'm happy to see you eating today. So Via, what's your real name? Because I know it's not Via Lena.
You know what? Off limits.
She hates that question.
Off limits? Come on, get personal with us. Oh, I almost just knocked the cup down.
I thought that was a good catch.
Into the lobster.
I don't know what my name is.
Come on. Your fans want to know.
I know.
You really do. I'm a fan.
I don't like to be called it. So if you call me Olivia, I'm gonna think that my mom is yelling at me.
Olivia what?
It's Olivia. The Lena part, it's my first and middle name. Second half of my first and middle name. Via Lena is Olivia Helena. And my last name starts with an M.
Wow, I'm surprised you got that out of her. On camera, too.
Well, I mean,
Olivia Helena
Mayhofer.
Meyhofer.
You heard it here first.
That's a mouthful.
I know, but my initials are OHM because
just
my
about to
mom, studied like every religion and decided that she related the most with Buddhism. And so I am.
No way. That's how you got your name.
That's why I have a tattoo on my side.
Of Buddha?
A Buddha?
Oh, that's that swirl thing? That spells
Yeah, yeah, the symbol part.
Wow.
Franco's gonna name his kid with the initials Pot.
No, I'm not. My first kid's name is going to be Mo.
Mo?
Yeah.
Like your plant?
Boy or girl, doesn't matter. Mo.
Short for Mario.
I'm interested in this. What's your favorite place that music has taken you to perform at?
My favorite place I performed?
Yeah.
I think that my favorite place to perform was the Mercury Lounge in the city.
Okay.
But also, like, I didn't know who I was opening for.
Who'd you open for?
The Ries Brothers.
Okay. That's pretty cool.
It was really cool because I had never heard them before. And then they were doing their mic check. I was sitting there like, I need to add these guys on Spotify.
Oh, so you didn't know them?
I didn't know them at all. But
Really?
like, yeah, no. And they were super nice, and they're on tour right now. And if you haven't heard of the Ries Brothers, check them out. They have a song called "The Corner Store" that I can't
Yeah,
stop
I remember
listening
hearing
to. Oh my god! And the one guy plays guitar amazingly, and then the other guy is on the drums, playing the keyboard and singing at the same time.
Really?
Yeah, no, they're great. And it was just super fun, so I feel like it has to be that one. And also Mercury Lounge is like a really cool spot. A lot of people, a lot of big artists start there.
You get nervous before you go out there?
I used to. I don't really right now. I mean, I used to get more nervous when I would see people that I knew or like be able to like see people's faces, and I would be cool. Like I went for Asher, Roth, and T-Band in college, and like that was the easiest one that I'd done up to that point because I couldn't see anyone's face because there were hundreds of
Wait,
people.
don't downplay that. You said what? You opened up for Asher Roth in college?
And T-Pain. Yeah, I was like,
How does that just come out of left field like that?
I was like, I was kind of featured on a song that was about Oneonta.
Stonianta, baby. Represent.
Yeah, that was cool though, because there were hundreds of people there. And that to me was like awesome because I couldn't see anyone, so it was like I'm just singing to myself right now. But I've gotten really used to seeing people that I know right in front of me and like making eye contact with people and like being comfortable with it because the more that I sing in front of people, the more I'm just like, this is just what I do. So fucking here you go.
This is just what I do. I mean, when did you realize that this is going to be,
What
my
I
career?
do?
Yeah, this is going to be my bread and butter.
I mean, I was kind of little when I decided I was going to be Hannah Montana.
That's what you want to be when you grow up?
Yeah, I wanted to be Hannah Montana, and then I wanted to use the money I made to ride ponies.
It's such a little girl.
I know. Well,
Really
that's what it was. It was when I was little.
You and
Everybody else.
700,000
Yeah.
other little girls.
Yeah, except I didn't stop thinking it. I was like, I'm just gonna do this. Except no, I'm gonna have ponies, and I'm gonna have a house that's like made with.
Agave fibers.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Self-sustaining household. Yeah.
Well, you wanted ponies. You grew up riding horses, right?
Yeah, I rode for like 16 years.
And at Oneonta as well, right?
Yeah, I rode at Oneonta. I mean, I was like pretty competitive through high school. So when I got to Oneonta, it was like the easiest thing I've ever done. Because they don't,
Really?
Yeah, because they don't. I mean, it's hard in some regards because like you get on a horse that you've never seen before in your life, and like learning a new animal is kind of a thing. But so you get on a horse that you've never met, and then you would just immediately jump at full course. And then like up until that point, I was always like, you build a relationship with a horse. Like it's not just that simple. Like it's like a dog, but it's a giant dog, and you're riding it. So like you gotta.
Yeah, it's a big dog.
They behave differently depending on who you are and how you ride. And but yeah, I used to do like jumpers. So I was speed height.
And I heard from somewhere down the grapevine that you were a jumper yourself.
Stop with that, okay? That's not information for the public.
What'd you jump?
She used to.
I used to jump hurdles like a pony.
Like a pony.
When I was in pony
Like
camp.
in track?
No. We used to get.
Yeah, in track.
I used to go to pony camp when I was like 6 through 10. Every year we did pony camp, and part of pony camp would be like you jump over little jumps like you're a horse and you get a ribbon.
All right, we're back at Sweet Jane, Via Lena. We're about to dig into some key lime pie. Again, if you like what we do, subscribe, like, comment, share the Oven Podcast. Give us some love. All right, Franco, what do you got for us?
So we're going to start right off the bat. I'm going to come at you with the. Actually, you know what? I want to talk about your album before we get into some random questions.
Okay.
I know it was a little while ago, but it was your first album.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
Called Nyx, NYX. Why Nyx? What's the...
Nyx is a Greek goddess that I found while doing some research because I like to research a lot of stuff when I'm writing.
And I was already kind of talking about the gods of night and dreams, and I've always had lucid dreams a lot throughout my life, and I've also had like sleep paralysis. So I got super into that, went down this rabbit hole, found Nyx, and she was like born into darkness and chaos, and founder created light, and
Okay.
I've always felt that there was like a mix between light and dark in my personality, and I related to her story a lot, so I just that's why I went with Nyx.
I hate to kill your vibe, but the torched marshmallow on top of this is crazy. It's
insane.
Right? That's what that is?
It's literally insane.
It's wild.
Wait, I haven't even.
No, my mouth is so wet right now. It's unbelievable. This is...
Pause.
What? WHUT, come on.
Mega.
So, I mean, you said lucid dream. Mm-hmm. I love talking about dreams.
Okay.
I really want to get a dream, analyst on here. Which is your favorite song to perform live? And why?
It depends how I'm performing. If it's like, I mean, I know that Knock Knock is like kind of a crowd pleaser at this point.
Knock, knock, knock on my door.
And that one I could play without an instrumental in the background. I really like playing Overcast too, because that one kind of goes hard.
Yeah.
Like Overcast State of Mind at the end, it's like bum ba dum dum ba. Like it's
I
the
catch
drums
myself.
going crazy.
Yeah, I catch myself doing this.
Yeah. I love that. But I also like Selfish because it gets a little funky, and then it like breaks down, like it switches vibes kind of like from chorus to verse. I like a few of them, but it depends how I'm playing. If it's like live or if all live instruments. I mean, usually it is, or if there's a backtrack. It just all kind of changes the whole vibe.
Okay. So I know, obviously, you talked about the creative process and the whole making of a song, making an album. You have a bunch of singles coming out.
Yeah,
right?
I have a lot.
You have a bunch of singles.
Yeah.
So, let's talk about a couple of those.
Sure.
Which ones are you most excited for? I mean, I've heard a bunch of them, and
Yeah, that's good.
they're all pretty special. So,
Well, the one that's gonna come out the soonest. We're just waiting on this album artwork, and then we're gonna set it up, and it's gonna be ready in a couple weeks.
shout out 19 Visuals.
Yeah, for real.
Matt Boyd. It's the
Yeah.
homie right there.
So we've got Hold On, which is gonna come out. That's kind of like dancey. It's a chill dance. And then after that, we're gonna have some happy songs because it's summer. It's time for happiness. I'm gonna come out of my like darkness for a bit. So we've got Purple Waves, which is gonna be the one after that, which is really fun. And then after that, we've got Record Player, which is about like that one's gonna be about
Record Player's fun.
Record Player is really fun. It's gonna be a fun song. That one's like that was when I was going through this period of time in my life where I was figuring out that I actually liked being alone, and I figured out after like years of being a people pleaser and never having time alone that I enjoy these different things, and I can accept, dancing around in my room by myself, or like the little simple things in life that you just take out of every day and, learn to be happy. Hopefully I'll have another one called Good Morning, which is like 80s dance kind of thing.
Okay.
It'll be kind of fun. 70s, 80s, something like that.
And you don't produce you don't really produce any of your own music, correct? Like you do like the beats and stuff like that, but
I write it. I usually write the structure of it.
okay.
So I'll bring it into the studio, and JP, shout out JP, he takes what I have and makes it more real. He uses like better instruments or plugins, or I'm trying to move more towards only real instruments, so like less production, less synthesized things that come from the computer, because I want to be able to like play true to I want to be able to play each part of it. If I had a keyboard, it might be a little bit of a different story because I could add some synthesized stuff live right there, but I want everything to be played the way it is, and I want to, I think there's a lot more freedom that comes on stage with being able to, do it all right there. And also, because if you have a backtrack that's playing behind you, I have a click track in my ear, so I'm hearing the instrumental, I'm hearing myself, and I'm also hearing the tempo, like a metronome in my ear, and you can only stick to what you're listening to. So if you mess up a part, or if you want to have an extra measure to mess around and have somebody just Eugene go off on bass or something like that, you can't do that. And if you fuck up, you have to go right back in on time, and if you don't get that right, the whole song's screwed. So
No pressure.
It's pretty it's strict if you want to do that, and I want to get away from that.
Eugene, man, kid just absolutely kills the bass. Let's talk about the band a little bit.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the guys behind you that make it happen on stage.
Yeah, right now, so Eugene's my bassist. He has been with me since day one of band time. The only person that's lasted the whole time. I've been through a couple drummers and guitar players. Right now we've got Rob on guitar, who is an absolute gem of a human being. Love Rob. And right now I have Hugo on drums.
Hugo.
He's new. I play with this band called Like a Virgin. They're a cover band. They're like Long Island's up and coming cover band. Everyone fucking loves us, which is super cool.
No, they are really it's an awesome group of people, and the songs they actually killed it on the boat the other night.
Yeah, the captain pissed off the whole crew because he didn't want us to leave, and he was requesting songs. He was like, "You're coming back every year," and we're like, yeah, they're an amazing group of people. They're like my friends, except for you guys. All of my friends are my bands and these.
Thank God you're good at recording. You'd be out 2 friends.
They only keep me here for behind the camera stuff.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, but I love all of my humans. They're all amazing.
If you haven't heard her version on her Instagram at Hyatt's Via of Landslide, I'm not kidding.
Scroll a little
Go
bit.
fucking do it right now. Pause this and go fucking do it, because you're doing yourself a disservice if you don't. One, historical figure, that you could sit down to dinner with and ask any question?
Historical person? Like in what regards? In a history book?
No, let's say like a history.
Anyone in the history of mankind.
Yeah, like that we know.
I would want to sit down and have dinner with.
I guess nothing.
And ask questions, like just talk to them.
Yeah.
Well, I know it's going to be your number 3 because your 1 and 2 are right here. So your third pick for who you want to sit down
Well, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Historical.
Honestly, I want to ask a future person questions.
This shit is
Elaborate.
This shit is working.
Elaborate. Yeah.
This shit is working. She wants to ask a future person questions.
Who's driving her home?
Maybe like Cleopatra.
But from the future?
No. I'm saying if I'm adhering to these rules of this historic
Okay, Cleopatra.
person thing.
Why Cleopatra?
Because I feel like,
Women's rights, yeah.
she was a powerful woman. Apparently, like, I don't think that we really know history the way that we think that we do. Mm-hmm. I think that everything's kind of skewed. So I don't really care what happened in the past. I mean, like, I think frequently about, like, the lifestyle of people before electricity and, like, the internet and stuff like that. Like, it's weird to think about it, like, way too frequently. Because a lot of the time I'm like, okay, these kids are growing up thinking that they have to find their purpose, and they're like, oh, should I be an accountant? Like, that's not a real thing. We made that up. So, like, humans were, like, by design, we're made for nature. Like, I understand community is a real thing, and, like, being a part of a community is a real thing because that is humanity. But, like, having a job in an office isn't really humanity. That's just something that we made. So, like, you could have a calling, but it doesn't necessarily have to be specific. It could just be in, like, a general part of how you contribute to other people. And, like, you lose touch with that so frequently. People don't think about that type of stuff because you get lost in what's real and happening right now. And, most people don't even, like, go into the woods every day and, like... Anyway, I'm getting way too into that. But that's why I don't I'd like to know stuff, I guess, about what happened before, but it doesn't really matter because we are where we are now. I just want to know how we kind of return to being real humans on the planet and how we, are harmonious with the environment and nature, and, that would be cool to know about, but I don't know who to ask those questions to.
Hold on, let me go get George of the Jungle quick. All right, we're back with the oven. Franco's going to hit us with a couple questions. I think Via's got a question for us.
Yep. Usually she asks behind camera, but she's on camera today. So it's going to be a little different. But I guess got a couple, just real quick. First thing that comes to your mind. If this movie is on, it's on my TV.
Mine?
Yeah.
If the movie is on, it's on my TV.
Yeah. If this movie is on, it's on my TV.
That's such a poorly worded question, but I know what he means.
What do you mean? If this movie's on TV, it's on my TV.
If this movie's on TV, I'm not changing the channel.
Anything, because I get hyper focused into everything. But I want to say either The Lion King or King Kong.
Mario cried during King Kong.
Wait, which King Kong? Because the last one.
The one that came out when I was alive.
There's been
your dad?
Yeah.
You're talking about the one from when you were a kid.
Yeah.
When you were a kid. Okay, yeah. So
Was there a new one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Well, Kong Skull Island. That one's fire.
Was that the one that buried you?
No, that
Which
one.
did you cry
No,
for?
the one that I got a hand job and cried in the same movie. We were in 8th grade in the movie theater.
Wait, hold on. Okay.
Midway, I'm getting jerked. At the end, I'm crying over King Kong.
Oh my God.
It was an emotional roller coaster.
What? That's a lot to go through for an 8th grader. Jesus.
Right, I think it was 8th grade.
I think I know who it was too.
Oh my God. Shout out to... No, I'm just kidding.
Oh man. Biggest pet peeve.
Biggest pet peeve? Oh, when people litter.
You could watch her blood boil. I almost dropped something one time and I just saw her eyes looking at me. I'm like, oh, fuck. And I put it in my pocket.
Did you drop it on purpose?
No, I didn't drop it because you were looking at me.
Okay. You were gonna though? You would have?
I might have.
Was it paper or was it plastic?
It might have been plastic.
Get the fuck out of here. Done. I quit.
She hates that.
No, I know. I feel bad about that.
Let's get off the plastic and environmental questions real quick. I got 2 more for you. If you lost the ability to speak and could only communicate in animal noises, which one would you choose?
Donkey.
Let's hear it.
No, you gotta say it now.
Let's hear it.
Wait. I can't. I don't have a voice. I can't. Hold on. You give me the he. I'll do the ha. Yeah. There you go. No,
He's actually so good at noises. All right, last one. If you were to write a book about your life,
Yeah.
what's the title of the book?
What, this is supposed to be a quick question? Jesus.
First thing that comes to mind.
Beautiful mess.
Beautiful mess. Okay. I thought that's the next song title next single that we're gonna hear.
If you had to have a midnight snack right now, well, tonight at midnight, what would it be?
Another hot fudge sundae Pop-Tart.
Really?
I've
All the snacks?
been absolutely crushing Pop-Tarts lately.
Okay.
Cherry,
Fair.
blueberry, raspberry, you name it, we have it.
I don't know,
We
man.
actually have Pop-Tarts coming out with New York Pop-Tarts. That's gonna be
Wow, that's big.
Those are gonna be stupid.
No. What midnight snack are you eating?
Either charcuterie or Tate's chocolate chip cookies.
Taste chocolate chip cookies are fire.
No, they are insane. It's like butter in your mouth.
Butter?
Butter.
And if you dip it in milk and it just like falls apart the right way, out.
Damn.
I'm looking at the others.
You're welcome.
Is it weird to watch 44 seasons of Survivor?
Wait, there's 44 seasons of
Yes,
Survivor?
and he's
all-
on 23.
No, I'm on 31 now, and they're all
What?
fucking sick.
No, I'm not kidding. I haven't watched a season of Survivor since the first season, bro. It's the same fucking show, and you're watching it 31 times?
And he stops the show. Like, I've literally
No.
gone to Babylon before, walked in, and he's like, I gotta pause it because I want to know what Elena's doing later.
Yeah, well, let me tell you. You obviously have never seen it because it's not the same every season. So grow up, stop watching Yellowstone, and come watch Survivor, okay?
Yellowstone, quality show. So, for those of you who don't know, we end our show with a little segment. It's called The Oven Question. We pick a sometimes really ridiculous question out of a ridiculously small oven.
That works, by the way.
Yes, if anyone wants to plug it in, it does work. So, yeah, there's random questions in here. Some are just, do you like blueberries on your pancakes? And others are a little raunchy, and some are spicy, some are controversial. You never know what you're going to put out, but just be careful, it's hot.
Wow, I was not expecting this at all. What would you tell 18-year-old you if you could talk to her right now?
Stop giving a shit about what other people think.
Bang.
Give me one more of those. I want to take one out. Oh, this is like right up your alley. Do aliens exist? Are they on Earth?
Ooh! Are they on Earth? I hope so.
I'm so happy I double dipped.
So she's all in on they exist. You think they exist?
If you understand scientifically how fucking big the universe is supposedly, if you have accepted the fact that maybe we're not already in a simulation and that we actually do just exist here, or whatever you think, it's so big. It is so big. How can there not be any other life at all? That's so selfish to think that we'd be the only... This is it. This is the best that the whole universe has got, is us. We're we're all right. I think there's...
Yeah, so now you're bringing up some stuff, and when you say the universe is big and we're the only things, or maybe we're in a simulation, have you ever thought that maybe us, yes, this is Earth to us, but could you imagine if we're just living microorganisms on another species' foot? But this is our life. You ever think about that?
What movie is that from?
Oh my god, it is. That's the movie from when I was...
Oh, Osmosis Jones?
Yes, Osmosis Jones. Oh my god.
I don't know why the foot made you think of that, but...
No,
It's it's about his cells living his body.
That could be us.
no, that was from it's an old movie.
Moses Jones is
Fast Times at Ridgemont High. They get high and the professor's like, what if we're just a microorganism living on someone's thumb? And the kid says, and the professor goes, "What the hell are you smoking?" You don't remember that?
I've never seen that.
Right?
I've never seen that.
Right? I feel like that was it.
So you're all in on aliens. You're in on aliens?
Oh man.
I don't know how it's debated.
Yeah.
There's literally UFOs all the time now. The literal government just spewed out documents.
They're drones.
But
If the
also,
government wants you to know about it,
see?
if the government wants you to know about it, it's probably fucking.
but also
thing
you have people who like left the government coming out saying that it's real too.
That, but also literally.
They probably got paid to leave the government to come out and take everyone's attention away from what's really fucking going on. Oh, now UFOs and aliens are real?
Do you not notice that the second they released all that information was like right after COVID hit? Nobody was paying attention. Nobody talked about the fact that they just released all these things.
Yeah, but now there's like awesome footage. Now they come up just once a week in random.
You saw
Kentucky.
the body cam footage of
Come on.
that UFO falling?
Give me a fucking drone.
I don't know, but you see this thing that's like a thin rock just hovering in the sky, just like sitting there, not moving at all, without any.
Also, too, this past couple weeks with all these UFO sightings, like feel like in the last couple weeks,
Crazy.
it's been crazy.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, since they released it.
I'm feeling confident. I was
About
talking to
what?
somebody the other day. If they were that much more advanced than us, they would have fucked us up already. So if they're just hovering around, that means they're a little bit fucking nervous, and I think we can rock their shit.
Would you?
Why
fuck,
would we?
do you
Why
think-
do we
you
need to
think-
fight them?
You think you'd fuck up an alien?
Of course he does.
I think in terms of technology, I think what you're seeing right now,
We fist fight.
I'm just saying, in terms of technology, we either are ahead of them or we're pretty damn close because they haven't just came and wiped us out. So I don't know what they look like. It depends what he looks like. Maybe I'll fuck him up.
Or we're behind because we think to fight and they wouldn't because they're advanced. Because they realize fighting's not the way.
I'm starting to feel a little bit like an alien after all this
Okay, yeah,
infused
we gotta
food.
get them.
I want to take a quick shout out. I really want to thank Sweet Jane, the Costa Verde Hospitality Group for opening their doors. If they're going anywhere off the Coastal Kitchen menu, you should be here every day because all this food was unbelievable tonight.
I'm so glad America got to see you get your doors knocked off today.
You're not going to be that
Never, never.
I thought it was good. I mean, the drinks, James. Honestly, man, the drinks were some. That was the best espresso martini I've ever had.
Yeah.
Like, I might have to have another one before we go home and watch Top Gun.
Done. In.
I didn't know he drank anything other than vanilla Cokes.
I know, right?
So Andrew's getting married, and the signature drink for him is going to be called the Franco, and it's going to be the vanilla Coke.
Oh, do you feel special?
I'm so
That's
hyped.
crazy.
On that note, we also want to thank Via Lena for coming out.
Thanks for having me on this side of the camera.
Right? How'd it feel?
Awesome. I'll talk about aliens with you guys any day.
It was a lot of fun. What's your social media again? Shout it out.
Hi, it's Via. Yeah.
And don't forget, the Oven Podcast. Subscribe, like, comment, share. We can't thank you enough for sitting down for another great meal with us. And we'll be back again next time.
You're listening to the Oven Podcast. Thanks for tuning in.